In today's video, I am going to upcycle this box of skulls. Hey there, my name is Kathy. Welcome to the Junk Shack, baby.
Go on, sneak a peek. It won't hurt for long.
I originally intended to paint this silver skull white and then do the distressing antiquing look. But my husband said, man, I wouldn't do it. Just sell it as it is. So I take this one, which I painted white last year. It used to be green. And I am going to do the antiquing look to it. For my second skull, I decide I'm going to paint him in a kind of terracotta color and do a bunch of black highlights and give him, let's see, burning in the embers of hell look. He looks pretty spooky as he sits here, but it just isn't enough. I think it needs some definition, some depth to it. So I mix up some clear wax with a little touch of white, and I paint it all over him and dab it off, and it looks so much better. The white wax really changes it from looking spooky and a little bit scary to looking really old and decrepit. I absolutely love it. It's hard to pick which is my favorite. And now to do something with these smaller skulls. I began by painting them black, front, back, and all the sides. I then did the splatter technique that I love to do with spray paint. And I used a green on it. I was a little nervous about it, but I think it turned out really, really good. But now, what to do with them? From Dollar Tree, I bought these candle holders. They had a little candle in them. I've since used the candle. So I decided to glue the skulls to the candlestick. What if I found a little something to put the candlestick on? Went to my wood stash, pulled out a bunch of these rounds, threw a whole bunch of paint at these little rounds, making each one of them different. 2 of them I just stained. I didn't put any paint on. And now to make each one unique, I pulled out my little paper doilies. This one had already been cut in the middle. I just laid it over the top, hit it with some black spray paint, and ta-da! With this one, I used green. Beauty. Now for the next two, I used this doily just to give it a little bit of a different look. The same, but different. I got all of the skulls glued to the little candlestick holder, and the rounds are completely dry. I am very happy with where all of this is going. But they still needed more, so I added some of this little bit of grass with a little dab of glue to each one of the candlestick holders. In the meantime, I find these little glass bottles in my stash that I bought last year. Decided I wanted to tie them together, a tall one and a little one. Dirtied up my little pieces of string so it wasn't stark white, and tied two together for each stand. Next, I felt like the little jars needed something if they're going to be real potions. I found a piece of this dried kind of foliage, tore off a couple little tiny stems, stuck them one in each set of jars. In the other jar, I put some Himalayan salt and finished off my potion bottles. Pretty happy with how these turned out, just for a last minute throw together. I will be selling each one of these 3-piece units in my booth at Dragonfly Antiques. In this transformation, I am using Dollar Tree styrofoam skulls. And if you didn't know, if you spray paint styrofoam, it bubbles and kind of, I don't know, it eats it up. And I did know that and hoped it would do it to these, and it did on a couple of them. So I painted them the various colors. I didn't know what to do with them. I glued them together. This is where I started. Glued them together, pulled out another round, did the little doily treatment, decided I'd put them on top, kind of as an altar, I don't know. Put some lace around the side of it, actually glued it to it. And it was cute. I don't know. I really wanted it up off the ground, off of the surface. So I just stuck it on a bottle and stuck an old black foliage piece in for Halloween. I think it turned out great. I am kind of being a smartass here. I think it turned out okay. I guess I want to point out how cool it is to spray paint styrofoam. It really gives it a burnt texture. I really like that part. Leave me a comment down below telling me which one of these projects was your favorite. Was it this antique white skull? Maybe this burning in the embers of hell skull? the skull altar? Or was it this 3-piece set with the very creative potion bottles? Thanks a bunch for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, Junk Shack, baby.